Oh no. It seems like there's trouble in paradise. I think the rain's starting to move in. We got family coming in and they wanted to eat breakfast and hit the pool, but I guess it's okay because you're going to get wet at the pool anyway. So we're going to spend a rainy day at the pool. But this morning, I woke up and, the day started off pretty good. Got my cup of coffee, did some work on the computer, and then I went and got a little touch up. I had to freshen up a little bit. I had to get camera ready, and be ready for these folks that are showing up so we can go out and have a good time and I not look like a scraggly bum. And, sometimes, you leave your phone and you leave it unlocked and that gives people access, and curiosity killed the cat. That's what I heard. So anyway, needless to say, for some, it may not be a good idea. Maybe you want to keep it locked, keep it on you at all times. And then for others, it doesn't matter. You can leave it open. You can share passwords. Honestly, the password's not for, in my experience, my password's not for me or my family or my wife or anything like that. It's for if I were to lose my phone. I just don't want a stranger to have access to that information. But then I got done. Now I'm down here at the car and Michelle's actually getting ready. I kind of caught her off guard and she told me to get the hell out of there. But I want you guys to know that today is going to be a little bit different. I would like to do a beach walk. I also want to tell you guys about something crazy that happened. Something very strange and shocking that happened the other day at Walmart. And also what Michelle found out in her research and in her preparation for her videos, her content on Squirrel Tribe. Squirrel Tribe 2.0 is a little different. Squirrel Tribe 2.0 is more so like life experiences and things that have happened and things like that. But today, I don't know. Maybe we'll hit the beach. Maybe I'll try to get to the beach. Maybe I'll make sure to get to the beach, even if it's raining. I think that the tourism traffic has been a little light. It's been a little light, but we shall see. And with that being said, I want to do a deep dive. Chris Igo is going to be here next week. I want to do a deep dive on the local real estate, see how that's looking, see how what the projections look like moving forward. And also how businesses are being affected by the tourism and tourist traffic. Is it a good, is it good for business or is it lighter and less than expected? I think, when you look at it from a business standpoint and you say to yourself, well, we didn't get as much traffic and we didn't have as many sales and people are spending more time at the beach versus shopping, spending money and buying. That's good. That's fine and good. But at the end of the day, their reasoning behind why they're not doesn't automatically put revenue on the balance sheet. So it's good to understand and identify and know the ups and downs, what affects your businesses in good and negative ways, but you got to be able to use that data and that info to then drive conversions, drive traffic, put butts in the seats. Because at the end of the day, the bank's going to want their money. Your landlord is going to want their money. Everybody's going to want their pound of flesh. And you can't say, well, people, they weren't spending money like they used to. And, that's not really going to cut it. And I was really shocked and surprised to see the lack of traffic at Destin Commons, especially at the Destin Food Hall. We're going to see how this one plays out, but I don't know. A lot of these businesses here, they're seasonal businesses and they understand the market and they know how to work through it. But this new one, I don't know if they're going to be up for that challenge. And, if they don't survive, it could be a year, it could be two. But, businesses right now, I want to be in businesses that have very little cost to get started, very little overhead, and tons of upside, tons of profitability, and very little, if any, inventory. I want to be as digital as possible, as virtual as possible. And one of those ways is just making money on the internet, making money online. So if you haven't, go check the link in the description. Most people don't even know that this is available. I bet you 1% of the population is even taking advantage of these opportunities to literally get free money from Facebook, because Facebook's shelling out $725 million as long as you had an account. I mean, California is cutting checks for $1.2 million just if your relatives were black and, have been discriminated against by cutting these reparations checks. So New York is giving away free money, free hotels, free phones, free smartphones, free food, free everything to migrants, putting up in 5-star hotels in New York. Like, free money is out there. And, Facebook is now giving away free money, $725 million, but they also you can make $175 a day just replying to comments on Facebook. So I got the link down in the description down below. I also got the link to our Patreon, where we go into much greater detail on making money, our relationships, our marriage, our possible divorce conversations, and divorce strategies, and divorce counseling, and divorce financial money management, as well as divorce updates across the board, channel updates, relationship updates, trouble in paradise, the ups and downs of, trying to juggle all that we have each and every single day, us all included. Free links in the description down below. Link to my Instagram if you want to check it out. And as well as, gaining access to hard assets, buying gold, buying silver, precious metals, hedging against inflation, or if you just need somebody to talk to. So links down below. I've got another affiliate that I'm starting to roll out, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm allowed to put it on this platform, even though I think it's going to be very helpful and very beneficial to men and women, but primarily men, and boosting their testosterone and providing them with more energy, like longer lasting power, and possibly correcting some areas in their lives that they may not necessarily be 100% happy and satisfied with, as well as the women in their lives or the other men in their lives. It doesn't matter, but it's a boost. It's a boost to your own health and male enhancement. But either way, the simple fact of the matter is that businesses are trying to become more innovative. They're trying to become more creative in how they're going to manage these challenging times. And I'm looking at my local economy because I'm walking through it. I'm living through it every single day, but I'm looking at the overall big picture, and I'm seeing a shift. And I like the shift. I like the shift because the shift that I'm seeing, that I'm getting involved with, that others in my circle are getting involved with, is paying big money to be there. Now, you don't have to have a YouTube channel to get involved. You don't have to have a brokerage app like Moomoo. Link down in the description. Get your free stocks from Moomoo. You don't have to have that. But there are a few key elements and components that you're going to have. And if you have them and you take advantage of these opportunities, then it's ultimately going to change your financial situation, more than likely for the good.
I woke up this morning, got me feeling brand new, like I know what to do, got me feeling nostalgic. Ancestors sending clues, I'm sending gratitude back, cause the whole world outside, sun in my eye, a girl in my ride, head in the sky, we gon' make it if we try, the truth never lie, wings we could fly, with you by my side. This morning, oh yeah,
Kevin, get out of here.
Now, I really need to do something about this garage because it is truly a disaster. It's a catastrophe. I can't even get in here. But like I told you guys, I borrowed Justin's hydraulic jack yesterday. So I got a hydraulic jack and I got some parts. I got some parts here that I need to get installed. But the jack is for the wheel spacers. And I'm trying to remember where I put my tire cross T, and I want to say it's in one of these black and yellow bins, but I ain't gonna lie, we packed up so fast. Oh shit. We packed up so fast trying to get out and work around everything else we were going through at the same time that I don't know exactly where I put it. And as I dig through these, it brings back memories. It brings back memories of all the damn squirrels and freaking mice that we had. You know, it was my bright idea to try to get land, get some acreage, but with that, and you know, wooded surroundings and hardwoods and trees comes animals, rodents and pests, unwanted guests. I remember one day I opened the garage. We were gonna go take the Camaro. I think we were going to take the Camaro out, and or maybe it was the Mercedes. I don't remember. I've had a lot of cars. And I opened the garage and there's a snake in the garage, and this snake, that's a bunch of camera gear. And I got this Yeti bag. I got so many Yeti bags, I don't even need. If anybody needs a Yeti bag, let me know. Maybe I'll send it to you. So I open up the garage. We got gin and bourbon from ASW Distillery. We went there in Atlanta. That was a pretty cool tour. I don't think it's in there. This snake had to be 8 feet. Big old snake. And I don't know how it got in the garage because all the doors were closed. The side door was closed. The 2 garage doors were closed. And it was in there. Unless it somehow got under the door. I don't know how that's possible. Yeah, I don't know how that, unless it was like always in there. I just never knew it. Cause that's crazy, because there was times that I'd be in that garage by myself at night, working on the car, laying on the ground. I can tell you, if that 8-foot snake would have rolled up on me, that would have been the end. That would have been the end, folks. Maybe it's in here. So that was a bit of a challenge. Actually, I got this air rifle here. I got this air rifle I got from Academy Sports. Swarm Hornet. It's a pretty cool little gadget when you want to have some fun. And Michelle had the rifle, and I was like, if you see that snake, you better pop it. Now, the pellet probably would have just pissed the snake off. Look at this. Just bring back memories. I got a bag of face masks. Does that bring back memories? The good old days. Oh, man. There we go. This is the box I was looking for. Got breaker, tire iron. Got some jumper cables, light, some foam cannon, soap. Yeah, this is what I need. I got microfibers for days. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only guy with a shit ton of microfibers. So, anyway, found what I needed there. I also need to go grab me a ratchet. I need a 3/8 ratchet. I ended up getting a T25 Torx bit. Nope, that's not the one. And they didn't have the screwdriver. They only had the socket, so I got the socket. I'm pretty sure I could have found a screwdriver if I would have searched hard enough. Or maybe it's not. No, it's not in here. But yeah, so I had, this just my luck. I had this Husky Torx screwdriver set, and sure enough, I needed a T25, and it came with a T10. I don't know if y'all can see that. It came with a T15. It came with a T20, and I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. It came with a T30. It did not come with a T25. So that was not helping me accomplish the goal that I was trying to do. But I think now that I think about it, maybe that ratchet's in here. Maybe not. I need to go through all of this and just reorganize all my tools because they are everywhere. Scattered about, probably missing some. I let people borrow tools. I never get them back. And actually, what I got here? I got a 3/8 for my impact driver. Maybe I can use that. See if I can get away with that. That would be good. I'm gonna set this camera sort of low because the last time I had this camera set up was at Buc-ee's. I had it set up at Buc-ee's, and it was a windy day, and then the next thing I know, my phone fell over. My phone was fine, because I don't want to break my phone, but my DJI mic receiver smashed the ground, and now I gotta figure out how to get this socket out of here. It smashed the ground. Oh, maybe that's it. And it cracked the screen. The DJI mic still works, but it has seen better days, my friends. So my luck today would be I wouldn't be so lucky, and I would potentially see my DJI or my phone break instead of the DJI, or my DJI breaks altogether and I got to spend another $400 on another microphone. Which is that, like, I would almost want to switch to a different microphone. Like, I like Rode, but I don't think I would go back to Rode. But the DJI mic, they make it so simple and easy and convenient with their all-in-one charging that it would be really hard to want to switch. I'm trying to remember how to get this air filter out of here. It's a unique design. Plastic is sharp. Plastic tried to cut me. So we got the shroud off, and this is a little bit of an intuitive design here that Porsche has devised. So that side piece comes off, and then this air box filter comes out like that. It's actually not very dirty. It's pretty clean. It's a whole lot cleaner than I expect. It's cleaner than my engine bay. I can tell you that right now. I need to clean this engine bay. Yeah, the wind's picking up now. Yeah, but now we take one of the new intakes that I got from Flat 6 Motorsports down in Sanford, Florida, Orlando, Sanford area. I thought it was Orlando, but then once we typed in the directions, the GPS took us to Sanford, so I don't think I would have gone to Sanford for any other reason. But so then you just put that in there, line it up with the port. Whoops. It's backwards. Let's see here. Yeah, it's like this. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had it right the first time. There we go. It really shouldn't be so difficult. And then we've got these new shrouds. Let's see here. These may be specific for each side. So let me see if we have better luck. I think that's how it goes. I think we'll go like that. Yeah. So take these T25s out of the old one. I actually saw John make these, and he makes them with a digital 3D printer. So we'll get these started, backing them out, and then I should be able to use the drill to get them out the rest of the way. There we go. Yeah, so he makes these with a digital printer or 3D printer. And advises on his video, his installation process, not to try to remove these while in the engine bay, because if you drop one, it's a real pain in the ass trying to get it back. So we're gonna go slow with this, because I don't want to drop one. I don't want to possibly damage this shroud here. This shroud is ultimately going to hold the gasket on, which get that snug. All right, and then we'll put this gasket back on. Pretty simple. I think for the 95B.2, this shroud is carbon fiber. But on the 95B1, it is whatever this material is that the 3D printer pumped out. And I don't know if you guys can see, I'll show you, but the factory shroud covers the intake with this black piece in the middle. And this upgraded intake not only has the filter material all the way around 360 degrees, but then this new shroud opens it up, allow more air in, and hopefully more sound. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, and we'll be done under the hood for today. So small development here. We got both intakes installed. That's no big deal. But these shrouds are specific per side. And I think that I may have actually ended up with two of the passenger side shrouds. As you can see, they fit on top of each other. And it doesn't translate over here. It's almost like it's rotated and flipped. So what I did was I just went ahead and put the OEM back on. It'll restrict a little bit of the airflow, but it'll still be covered, and we'll still have the gasket on it for hood spacing or whatever that gasket's for. I'm not really 100% sure why that gasket's really there. I guess we do have air coming through here. I'm not really sure where it's coming from, but either way, we'll make do with that, and I'll let John know. He'll send me a new one. I had to talk to him anyway, because now that the intakes are installed, I can do some data logging with the COB access port to get my custom tune. Also, this side has this added component here. I'm not really sure what this is tied to. Possibly power steering. I don't think this has electric power steering, so I'm going to assume this is power steering. And or this is part of the radiator, maybe the coolant, maybe that's coolant, red coolant. I guess we're running red coolant on this one, but it's been a while since I've been turning wrenches under a hood, guys, so give me a break. But this needed to come off, and it actually needed a T27 Torx bit, not a T25. Needed a T27. So I guess if I would have done a little bit more searching, as I went searching for this little ratchet, I found this ratchet, and in the case for the ratchet, it had a series of Torx bits, including a T25. So I could have saved myself $8, and I didn't have to go to Advanced Auto Parts yesterday. But either way, the intakes are installed. I'm excited to see what the power difference is, what the sound difference is, and then what it'll be after the final tune, the final custom 93 octane tune that I get from Flat 6 Motorsports. Now, one of the things I do want to point out is that this DeWalt 20 volt brushless impact driver has been sitting in this garage for like a year or more, and the battery still works. These DeWalt products and their batteries, I'm actually really impressed with. I'll leave that on there so I know where it's at. Really impressed with the batteries. And so now I've probably got about an hour left before everybody shows up. So I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and knock out the last part of the install, being the wheel spacers. See, here's the whole set that I found sitting in this bin here. This was a tool set. This is a gift to me, and I've never really used it, so I wasn't even super aware of what was in there. But now I know. Well, that didn't go quite as planned. Long story short, wheel spacers did not get installed. You saw me struggling with that, but at the end of the day, I wasn't satisfied with the fitment. So rather than risk it, I'm gonna hold off and contact Flat 6, because I think the problem is that the spacers that I ordered are for OEM wheels, and my wheels are aftermarket. And I think the hub bore is a little different as far as the machining. So I want to get a perfect fit, or I'm not going to do it at all. And also, I may want to go a little bit more aggressive than 10 millimeter, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, the rods you saw me using, they were actually added. Cool part is Flat 6 has made videos to make all these installations very simple and easy, and he puts them on YouTube for people to be able to do these jobs on their own at home. But the rods, he actually included those so that it would be easier to align the wheels with the spacers behind them, because German vehicles are utilizing wheel bolts instead of the studs and lug nuts. And yeah, that was just a great way to get really, really dirty.
Like a 15% chance, but nothing aggressive.
It's windy.
Look, we're gonna do mimosas in the jars like they do at the restaurant, because it's more fun that way. I like the jars for the mimosas.
Why do you have this? Oh, it's the same jar?
Just different lid. These are the ones I drink out of. This is because they come with the canning lids, and this is like preserving and stuff. And I don't need these, so I went and got the other ones.
You're not into canning?
No. I don't know how. I mean, I could figure it out, but I I don't like legit know how.
You want a big canner?
Not a big canner. Do you want orange juice or pineapple juice? Because I got both.
I'll take whatever.
Huh?
I don't want to drink all the orange juice up, so.
No, I have a whole nother one.
I'll take orange juice.
Oh, side note, totally off topic. This, remember when I used to go get it? It was $5.49, and I was all excited because it was cheaper than over at Publix. You got
$5.49 for this.
It was $5.49. About 6 months ago, it was $5.49, and I would get it instead of the one at Publix, which was $5.79, because you got more here for less, or organic, whatever. Both of them organic, right? You know how much it was yesterday when I went? Are you doing pineapple juice?
Is that annoying?
Yeah. Do you know how much it was yesterday when I went to go get orange juice? And why I don't have this jug in there right now?
$5.59?
$9.49. It was like, it's like 100% price increase in the last 6 months on this. The hell? Why? Who decided? You know why? Because of Hurricane Ian. Because it destroyed all the orange crops.
Orange juice ain't that good.
I mean, I still spent $4 and change for the little half one, but
oh,
because I got a smaller.
What's the
thing.
price per ounce difference?
The price per ounce difference, it was cheaper to go with the smaller one than it was to go with the bigger one. The smaller one was 8.2 cents per ounce, whereas the big one was 2 point something cents per ounce. Whew. Yeah, I did it correctly. All right, so OJ, as Ellie would say. Oh wait, you're supposed to pour it down the middle.
That's what Justin says. Do we have any?
This is what the bartenders do.
Okay.
I pay attention when we go to the restaurant, but because me, from soda days, you don't want all the foam.
Soda?
Soda? No.
Yo, what did Lauren put in hers last night? It just started.
She just overpoured.
Like the reaction is crazy.
She overpoured.
The juice. No, not the juice.
It was just the champagne itself that she did.
Oh, she put pop rocks in hers.
She did not put Pop Rocks in hers.
Thanks.
I don't have strawberries for Hannah, but she'll be okay. Well, you want to do it like I was gonna say, do you want to do it married style, where you hold and go like, I'll pour it all over myself. You let go of me now.
I just want to make sure it sinks in,
Okay.
so people can't comment and say certain things.
Okay.
Because we never hold hands.
It'd be really weird to just, like what you're doing right now, randomly hold hands in the kitchen.
We should make a video where all day long we hold hands.
You remember that movie Stuck on You with Matt, Dean, and Greg Kinnear, I think.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's actually really funny. It's awkward, but it's funny. Okay, so that's back in there. Clean up this crap.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
My hair is way too long.
You never know. That week could be cold. It could be warm. It could be windy. If you know.
But we really like being here for the holidays. Just doing the boat, you know, the
It ain't warm. They should have the heater on.
No, they forgot the heater and they turned on the AC in the pool.
Yeah. This is like ice. The ocean. The ocean.
The ocean is warmer than our pool. They didn't even turn it on during the winter season.
It's cold today, yes.
My feet have, but I'm not putting the other part of me in there.
All right. Hey, I like your flamingo, sir.
Party foul.
I know. I'm sad now. We don't have any more.
I got a little.
What are you showing her? What are you talking about?
I got a little sip left. It looks like you're drinking. It looks like you're drinking it.
That's the backwash tip. No, thank you.
She was talking about her pedicure.
Yeah.
Why are you showing her feet though?
Because the toes, the color.
You really still doing it?
The color.
You still doing it?
It's kind of hard to show a pedicure if you don't show your feet.
Don't show your feet.
Everybody's got feet. Look, Gab, he's GQ'd up.
Gavin's been working out.
You want to hit the gym? You want to go up? You want to get a quick set in? You want to get a quick set in?
What?
A quick set.
What do you mean?
In the gym.
Why not?
Again, back to your hair stays back. Jump back. Jump back. Do it. You gotta dunk back.
I don't jump back.
Or whatever you just did for your hair.
I don't even know, dude.
I didn't do it this time.
Yeah, it did. Wait for it. It's gonna pop up. 2 seconds. It's double.
You could be in Bon Jovi.
Yeah. You got like a weird mullet looking thing happening. Business in the front, party in the back.
Got the original Twitch streamer right here. Arms on YT. Arms YT. Special sack thrower. Cornhole master. Tell me what it is that they want.
The ability to talk crap. You can't talk crap if somebody's trying to help you, but you can talk crap if somebody's having what they perceive as a difficult time or whatever else. It gives somebody else the ability to feel better about themselves and crap on you, which makes them feel better about themselves, which is just effed up in all ways possible. But it's what people like.
So what videos of mine don't get views?
Anything where you're helping them, technically you're helping them in every single video, but if you title it to let them know you're helping them, they don't watch it.
What
if you
videos
title
get-
them to say, hey, this is how you cannot be broke. This is how you can afford your rent. This is how you can afford gas. This is how you can afford to live. This is how you can, make better life choices. They're not going to click on it. But if you say, oh no, I'm going broke. Ooh, what's this? Let me tell him how stupid he is for making these decisions and this is why he's broke. Like,
I mean, obviously we've made poor choices by living in an apartment.
to each their own.
Rocket Mortgage has a deal where, depending upon your income level, if you're earning less than 80% of the median income in certain areas of the country, Rocket Mortgage will cover 2% of the 3% down payment, and you're only responsible for 1%. So instead of, let's just say you're buying $1 million property, instead of having to come up with, 30 grand, you only have to put down 10 grand. Rocket Mortgage is going to give you a free $20,000 to go toward your purchase. Boom.
That's simple and easy.
It is.
What's your credit score requirement?
Credit score requirements weren't mentioned, but I think based on the vague details that I saw online from Rocket Mortgage, it looked like the requirements will vary depending upon where the applicant lives or maybe where the property is located.
Maybe they give somewhat of an assistance to certain areas and certain demographics, and maybe even affordable housing.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, California is doing stuff like that already. I saw something, it was basically targeting minorities, and I don't know how they're really going to do this. Like, how do they verify your race? Maybe you have to provide a birth certificate or something like that. But over in California, it was kind of like, hey, now that the housing market's struggling, let's get a bunch of minorities to help us out, help prop up the market. It's like, where were y'all helping people out when it was a better opportunity to buy real estate and where there was a greater opportunity to build wealth when prices were lower and interest rates were like 3%, 2%. Oh, now that the real estate values have increased by 30% and interest rates are now 6 and 7%, almost 9. It's like, hey, y'all need some help? It's like, no, wow, no, y'all need help. Let's get the minorities to come in and help prop up the market, and then what's going to happen, right? You're going to get a bunch of barely qualified people in here, and you're going to see a relapse of 2008. All the barely qualified people in here picking up these properties at inflated prices. Not to say that the prices are not being substantiated, but they're inflated compared to 2-3 years ago, right? And so now, and in one of the requirements based on the Rocket mortgages, I think you cannot earn more than 80% of the median income. So it already tells you you're not a prime candidate. So it's like you're putting less than ideal candidates into these properties who clearly need help with a down payment. And a down payment of 3% is very small to begin with. So if you need help with a 3% down payment and you're at less than the 80% of the median income, it's like this is like setting these people up for failure. Like, what's going to happen if there's an interruption in their income? What's going to happen if there's an interruption in the number of hours that they can work at the job? You know, if they're an hourly worker, because generally speaking, if you think about it, salary workers will typically make more money than a hourly worker. So if you're making less than 80% of the median income, then there's a greater chance that you're an hourly worker. So if you think about those metrics, it's like, damn, like, are y'all really trying to help people out? Or are you trying to set people back? And
yeah. And if your V6 Charger breaks down or your Chevy Caprice breaks down, you won't be able to make it work. That shift at Church's Chicken or Popeyes or Mrs. Winters.
Mm-hmm. Big Lots. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
And these things can happen.
So then what? But then you got a house.
Now you got a house
that you can't pay for. You get foreclosed on. You're going to add to the numbers.
Adding to the numbers. Another statistic.
Yeah.
And this is the housing market. This is the proverbial kicking the can down the road. This is the proverbial inflating the bubble beyond the point where it normally would have popped. But let's figure out a way to like get a little bit more in there. Let's get a little bit more.
How they do that?
Oh, they do it like this. They do it like this.
All they do is this?
All they do is this.
Hey, what's going on with that meat at Walmart? What's going on with that meat?
Man, you can't be trusting that meat at Walmart. That ground chuck. You don't know what they're doing with that.
They got hormones in it and radiation?
They do. They have GMOs in it.
GMOs?
GMOs, bioengineered food inside your food that you are eating.
It's bionic chickens?
Sure enough.
I mean, you know, they're modifying the meats now. You know, back when I was growing up, my day, we would modify cars. Today, they modifying that meat.
Do they modify the meat at Walmart or they do it at the facility?
I don't know what they're doing behind closed doors in the back. Y'all got any more in the back? A lot of stuff going on in the back. A lot of spam in the comments. I don't know. I can't say.
Get your free stocks from Weeble. No. Get your free stocks from Moo. That's my affiliate link. Y'all. He wouldn't get swole.
You want to go get swole?
Is it a 1 out of 10?
Oh, it's going to be a 1 out of 10. It's going to be a 1 out of 10.
You tell them jokers how to get rich?
I told these folks, hey, if you got less than $1,000 in your bank account, you better go ahead and click this video.
Click on it.
I said click on this video. Click on this video.
What if you ain't got a bank account?
If you ain't got a bank account.
Do you consider Chime to be a bank account?
I don't know much about Chime, to be honest. What do you know about Chime?
Chime's not a bank.
Chime is not a bank.
It's a financial service application that utilizes banks.
So are you trying to tell me that Chime is pimping out the banks?
You'll never find a Chime bank.
You'll never find a Chime bank, but they're using the banks.
So if your money is in a Chime app, is your money in the bank?
If your money is in a Chime account, I don't know if your money is in a bank account because I don't know their Chime's relationship with the banks.
I mean, technically, your money is with Chime.
Mm-hmm.
Chime's money is in the bank.
Ooh, so it sounds like you may not be FDIC insured if you're with Chime. Is that the case?
You personally?
Yeah.
I just yawned, so it looks like I'm trying.
You can't please everybody. It's impossible.
Fully agree.
Especially on YouTube. Especially on social media.
Fully agree. That's why I don't give a shit. I don't even try. I can't please everybody, so I have to, like, please myself. Can't do that one. So I make what I want to make, what I'm interested in, and if people like it, they like it, and if they don't, there's other channels they can go watch.
Even when you try to do everything perfect,
There's always going to be somebody who has something
there's
negative
trolls.
to say. Always.
There's trolls. There's haters. There's salty bitches. What? What? How else would you? What's a better way to describe it?
No, I mean that's accurate.
I'm just keeping it real.
That goes for guys and girls. You can both can be.
I don't know what you call the guys. The guys are just like incels. I don't know if I can say incel on YouTube,
Probably not.
but the guys, they just like
Little dick energy.
they hate on women,
Yeah.
and all you're doing is bringing information. But
They don't agree with it.
maybe they don't agree with it because they didn't actually pay attention to what the title and thumbnail said.
But a lot of guys also don't like informed, smart females. It does something to their ego or whatever.
But a lot of women don't like black men with white women.
Don't care.
But I'm pretty sure that they would not like black men with black women if they're not with them.
Also agree.
It's just, in this instance, they have a finger to point.
What's the thing? Finger pointing there, but you got three pointing back at you, or something. I don't know how it goes. Something like that.
Who points like this? Who points like this? Are you the emoji?
Yes.
Like, I honestly didn't expect the last video to be as polarizing as it is.
Well, it's only polarizing because they read the title and looked at the thumbnail and never stopped to actually watch the video and understand where the title came from. They just jumped to conclusions.
They didn't
made
read
up
the
their
title.
mind.
They created a title in their mind.
That is very true. It's easier to.
Now, granted, there are
Do
some
that.
folks out there who are cats. So
Sarah.
cats, Sarah,
There's plenty of others that.
I think Linda,
Just me, I think is one.
and they're like, no,
You're like, y'all,
this, like, seriously.
yeah. All it takes is patience and actually listening to the video and paying attention.
People, they kind of see and hear what they want. Like, it almost really exposes your true self. Like, I came upstairs today, and you know, you were like, well, how'd the car go? And I'm like, everything went wrong.
Everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
And it's like, well, I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. Whereas even if I watch a video that says, you know, the perception of a bad news, I'm gonna go into it with an open mind. But no matter what the title is, no matter what the thumbnail is, if you're automatically just waiting to be triggered and be angered and leave a hateful and negative comment, that's who you are.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
That's who you are. And it's also a true indication of who you are based on the videos you're not watching. The videos that are going to help people stop complaining about being broke, stop complaining about being poor, stop complaining about not having money, because you're only focused on the videos.
These are two of them.
You're only focused on the videos that are continuously telling you how much more things are going to get fucked up and how much worse off you're going to be. And then you'll take a small break for a video that appears to be trouble in paradise. Trouble in paradise. Oh man, we gotta see what's wrong. We gotta see what's wrong with them. God. And then when there's nothing wrong, you're like, I never liked y'all anyway.
As opposed to, man, I'm glad to see that there's absolutely nothing wrong here and that your title was about what you're actually talking about in the video.
She got 144,000 subscribers. She's got nearly 20 million views after having deleted videos. And people will come and comment on my videos and say, your videos have gone downhill since Michelle showed up. Really? Really? Like, how is that even possible?
People need a reason to complain and try to bring people down to their stupid level.
I really hope somebody complains that this portion of the video is in portrait mode.